And hello everyone, so today I'm going to check all other roads. So far I was able to get the first bad ending. I believe it's the only ending for this game so far. Because there will be in the next episode. And check another road. So what can I say? Right now, this game completely follows the original novel that I read like 1 year ago and a half, maybe two. So obviously I know what is a true ending to this novel. Nothing new. They added some story of the serial killer, or actually it's maybe some bandit who's trying to find this family that relocated to the village, but well, it's not related to the main story, I think. Now let me check the sound. Test. The sound is working. Okay, so first of all, I checked that it's possible to try to save Katya. Just need to click faster. Well, I have also autoclicker that I set up for my mouse, but maybe I don't need it. Just try to click faster. Okay, it's also possible not to die. If you select to betray Romka, but to do this I need to replay the whole game one more time. Okay, this is like the early choice so far. And I will select Don't Invite. Can I skip? I could not, because it's a new text here. Could believe in Romka's friendship, but his psycho Hans and servant Biasha disgusted me.
Чего ты сразу как девчонка обижаешься?
What? Why are you acting like a winning girl all of a sudden?
Вот уж не подумал, что ты так в роль вживешься.
I didn't think you'd like the role this much. What is this insult? He let out a poisonous laugh.
Да посливно! Тоже мне друзья!
Screw it, okay? And I called you my friends.
Если сгинете, я по вам скучать не буду.
He disappeared. I won't miss you.
Вы...
You?
Да иди уже.
Go already. And already unlocked the achievement. Approximately maybe 5 left. It will be all. He left the schoolyard in defense after throwing the sunflower seed bucket at my feet. I waited for an excruciatingly long time. God damn it. Why is I using such hard words? After the longest 1.5 hours of my life, I felt like my brain was put into a blender and ground into grey mush. Anxious thoughts all up in my head. Still cannot skip it. Katya, who went missing, the forest, the serial killer. I don't know, I think that serial killer does not exist here. The crypts, the graves, the crosses.
А Бяша где? Засал, поди?
Where's Besha? Shut his spawns, huh? Bringing up Romka's date was clearly necessary. Could tell it when wonderful by the white grin on his face. It went wonderful. Romka wrote me jokingly in the side.
Ну, ходу, Кент.
Let's move, buddy. At the same time, the village folk cooked dinners, and their homes watched their TVs, fought over silly things. I remember this text, but I can't skip it. Green-faced men smoked on their porches, while rollers creaked. The blizzard arced around the village. But it wasn't the blizzard that worried or scared me. The forest grew in front of our faces, and I wasn't sure if we entered it or just devoured us. It just devoured us. With two small pines creaked, and long shadows stretched from the taiga. Actually, it's taiga in English. They bent their trunks on both sides of the road. None of us spoke a single word when we stepped into the windbreak. Pale fog streamed above the ruins, still swirling in a ghostly dance. Definitely a red but okay. Smell of cherished candle indeed. I remember this. Should I read it again one more time? I don't know. So let me skip it. At some time, we stopped before a pile of windfall. Let's see, will they find it or maybe not?
Значит так,
Alright.
поисковая операция начинается.
Search mode activated.
Далеко не разбредаемся, ищем любые следы Кати или похитителя.
Oh yeah, so Biasha found her purse. Actually, it's wallet. Doesn't matter. So we'll not be able to find it. Don't go too far from each other. Look for any signs of Katya or her kidnapper.
И желательно, Тоха, поживее.
And be quick about it, though.
Уже через час станет темно, хоть глаз выколи.
In just an hour, this place will be pitch dark. Our search was unsuccessful, obviously. The cursed forest was great at keeping secrets. We were about to go home when a branch cracked in the ravine behind us, and a pack of scared crows flew into the sky. Ronka took out his knife with a steady motion and poked it into the oncoming darkness.
Слышал, там кто-то бродит.
Heard that. Someone's wandering over there.
Возможно, наш маньяк.
Maybe it's our killer. Seriously. Hello, Rich Cat. Searching what? Searching Katya again. It felt as if the night itself heard his words. When we saw a tall, scary silhouette moving from the twilight and so sorry, hold on. I decided not to take Dash with us, and obviously we didn't find this garage because of this. But let's see what will happen. The creature towered over the stumps and crooked branches that melted into the fog. But then a white silhouette started walking toward us, fast. It clearly wasn't a ghost. The approaching sound of cracking branches told me it was something corporeal?
Что дальше, Ром?
What do we do? No, Roma?
А я почем знаю? Ты же хотел его выцепить.
Zeke, if I know, you were the one who wanted to catch him. Who the heck is this? The figure was running our way, jumping over a fallen tree.
Не стой столбом, хватай дрын какой-нибудь.
Don't just stand there, grab some shit to fight with. I barely managed to uproot a branch as big as laptop. My suit's burnt hand shook. Okay. Lapta, it's like a baseball. By the way, let me set it not so high, slightly lowered. Traditional Russian team sport played with a bat and a ball. The goal of the game is to bat the ball into the field. Cross the field to the other side. Okay, rules are complicated. Return back without letting the opponent hit you with said ball. This places Lapta in the same family of sports as baseball and cricket. Oh, crikey.
Не ссы. Я уже махался со взрослыми.
Don't fret, I have brawled with adults before.
Главное,
Just... Ромка tried to remain brave, but his voice trembled.
не вздумай меня тут кинуть одного, ясно?
Don't you dare leave me behind here. Got it? Right on. Baseball bat, then? I decided not to adopt anything at all. That's okay, if they explain what is this. I nodded silently and noticed the half-man fishing something out of his inside pocket. My battle brother screamed like a madman and attacked. I followed him, but I was mostly screamed from terror. Then both of us froze in place. My makeshift club fell to the ground. It looks like a policeman. You were staring down the great barrel of Makarov gun, which made us step back in fear.
Пятифанов, а ну брось нож! Чтоб вас!
Pitifanov, drop that knife now! Damn it! The unknown man stepped into the moonlight, and only then I recognized it was Senior Lieutenant Tikhonov. He started us down, frowning, and then spat loudly to the side.
Фу, провалиться мне на месте!
Shit, curse my luck.
Только вас двоих мне здесь и не хватало.
Now I have to deal with you two. Ромка wore an evil smirk.
Так я и думал, что это ты, легавый, тот самый маньячелло.
Indeed? I knew one of your cops was the serial killer.
Пожалуйста, отпустите! Мы ничего не скажем!
Just let us go, we won't tell anybody.
Да заткнитесь вы оба!
Shut up, both of you.
Я вшивых 4 часа на морозе провел, а вы мне всю засаду испортили, паразиты.
I was taken out in the freezing cold for 4 goddamn hours. You ruined my ambush, you parasites. You let our hands hang and burst.
Полезай-ка в бобик.
Get in the car.
В участке расскажете, что вы тут забыли.
Now tell me what you were doing here once we get to the station. Another achievement? Inside, the police station was permitted by the smell of chibureki. Why not impa something? I don't remember. I don't know. And cigarette smoke. A dish from Romanian Tatar cuisine. It's made by frying a folded cycle. God damn it, cycle. Of leavened dough filled with what? Lamb meat with lard. What is lard? Onion, spices, and a small amount of water. Hello, Monte Carlo. Much quieter. It was just too loud a little bit ago. But not right now. Right now I return it back how it was. Inside the PlayStation was... okay, you already read about this. I read. From the depths of it, a muffled voice of Tatiana Bulanova could be heard. I saw that it should be impossible to work with such a tear-jerking ambience. The atmosphere was fit for funeral. Okay, we can look at this. I've heard that mention, a monkey house before. It's a cell where they hold criminals right after catching them. Its thick metal bars looked scary, just like in the movies. I even got the urge to draw this place. I took a moment to imagine who I would put inside the cage for my drawing. Who immediately came to mind, he would definitely look good behind bars. Wonderful. Money house, what a word name. An old gas mask hung from the nearby chair. Good to know that the police remember about safety drills, only where the filter? Or do they use this gas mask for something else here? Let's see, only this left, right? Wonder why. Okay. I shook my head, chasing away green thoughts, then took off my hat and stroked my hand against my ruffled hair. Snow thawed off my soles, leaving wet prints on the tiles. The clock ticked loudly, and the children who perished in the night looked at us from the attention wanted board. Pixel hunting. No, there's a help button so you can see what you should click, but I have camera here on the left side of my screen, so I cannot see what's going on the left, except if I do this. Nearby among the printed photos of criminals was the composite sketch I drew.
Располагайтесь.
Take a seat.
А ты куда, Пятифанов, присел? Тебя вон персональное место в обезьяннике дожидается.
Why do you think you're sitting, Petipano? There's a special place for you in the cell over there.
А чё я сделал-то?
Why me? What did I do?
На офицера при исполнении с ножом напал.
You charged the officer on duty with a knife.
Тебе мало?
You think that's not enough? The policeman shifted his heavy gaze to me. Not at me, to me. Okay.
Ты бы, Петров, друзей осторожнее выбирал. А то, считай, знакомы всего ничего, а ты уже дров наломал.
Put the screen farther. Father. Actually, is my wall. You will not be able to see anything at all behind it. No, I think the distance is optimal. Indeed. But camera, if I put it to the left, it will be looking at this. Not good. You should be careful when picking your friends, Petrov. We barely know each other, but you already got into trouble. So when you're playing retro games at 4:3, I can clearly see the whole screen, only widescreen, not.
На учет поставлю, как некоторых.
You'll end up on the Julian criminal list, just like him. Put father myself. In this case, camera will be not just on the left, it will be almost in the middle.
Ой, знаем мы ваши учеты, лишь бы отчетность закрыть.
Yeah, we all know how you put people on those lists. Would be anything for successful report. No, I think that the current distance, it's a meter and a half, is ideal. Do anything for successful reports.
А настоящие преступники до сих пор на свободе.
And the real criminals are still free.
Но-но,
Hey.
смотри, не образумишься, как папаша твой. По малолетке загремишь.
Listen here, if you don't set yourself straight, you'll end up in juvenile detention just like your net.
Я вас еще удивлю.
Oh, I surprise you, right?
Пасть закрой.
Shut your throat.
Отвечайте, что в лесу делали в комендантский час?
So, what were you doing in the forest during the curfew?
Константин Владимирович, мы Катю искали.
Konstantin Vladimirovich, you were looking for Katya. I already knew how he would trapped.
Помощнички выискались.
Some help you are.
Такими темпами вас самих искать придется.
And I'm searching for you too, at this rate. Hello, Mayarava.
В газету захотели попасть. В рубрику «Помним, любим, скорбим».
Do you want to get into newspapers, into the obituary section?
Нет, но...
It's about necrology? Necrologs. No, what?
Петров, признавайся, ведь не сам ты это придумал.
My, something. Don't remember this song from Aqua, Petrov. Be honest with me. It wasn't your idea, right?
Пятифанов подговорил, да? Все хихоньки да хахоньки.
The fun put you up to this, didn't he? It's all just a game to him.
Ой,
Romka rolled his eyes.
завел старую песню.
Not this shit again.
Никто меня не подговаривал.
Nobody put me up to this.
Я сам хотел маньяка
I
поймать.
wanted to find the killer myself.
Это вам повезло, что вы на меня наткнулись.
Got lucky, stumbled up on me.
А я ведь предупреждал по-хорошему, чтобы ты дома сидел.
After I asked you nicely to stay home.
На кой лад тебе этот маньяк вообще сдался?
Why the hell do you even need the killer for? I lowered my head in embarrassment.
Награду хочу.
I want the reward.
Ой,
Senior Lieutenant crossed his hands on his chest and heard a deep sigh.
денег, значит. И куда тебе столько денег?
Money, huh? And why do you need so much money?
У родителей долги.
Parents are in debt.
Да вся страна у нас в долгах, как в шелках. И дальше что?
The whole country is balls deep in debt. So what?
Думаешь, твоя пропажа им поможет?
You think it would help if you went missing too? I sniffed. Upset.
Да им уже ничего не поможет. Они дня без скандала прожить не могут.
Nothing can help them by now. They can't live a single day without fighting.
Просто хочу, чтобы мы с Олей были счастливы.
Just want Ollie and I to be happy. Tikhnov thought for a bit, drumming his fingers against the table. It had a stack of papers on top.
Не плачь, пацан. Все образуется.
Don't cry, boy. I'll be alright.
И родители помирятся, и маньяка найдем.
Parents will make up, and we'll find that killer.
Ага, и страну поднимем.
It was a joke. Yeah, and the country will prosper.
Пятифанов, договоришься у меня.
Watch your tongue, Petifonov. Tikhnov flushed us. He started teeth. But I still decided to stand my ground for my Ole's sake.
Эй, черт с вами.
How the hell is it?
В этот раз устное предупреждение вам.
Just reminds you this time.
Но в следующий раз пеняйте на себя.
But I won't be this lenience again? Okay. He waved his finger at us.
Увижу еще раз, что в потемках шароебитесь. Уши откручу.
What did he say? If I ever see your skull in darkness again, I'll give you... What for? What is this phrase French gets? Is some kind of movie? Bolano let out her last member. The room descended into complete silence. As if on autopilot, I wandered toward the notice board, leaving wet footprints in my wake. I just stood in front of it, staring at the photos of Senchka, Leon, and Katya. They stared back at me. When Tikhonov's hand landed on my shoulder, I couldn't help but shudder. Wait a second, what was this maniac in this movie? Actually, I didn't watch it. But why he was there?
Эх, Антон, знал бы ты, как часто я на них смотрю.
Anton, if only you knew how often I look at them.
Лучше бы преступника ловили, а не на фотки пялились.
Shouldn't you be catching the criminal, not staring at pictures? Thought that Tikhonov would get mad, but he swallowed Romka's brazen remark.
По-вашему, я не хочу на этого козла браслеты надеть?
You think I don't want to look the bracelets around that buster wrist?
Взять под белые рученьки да к стенке поставить?
Grab him by his hands and put him against the wall?
Да я с этой мыслью и спать ложусь, и просыпаюсь.
Every day, I wake up and go to bed with so thoughts.
Знаете, что мне снится ночами? Вам лучше и не знать.
Do you have any idea what I see in my dreams? You're better off not knowing. He slouched as if his thoughts were that heavy, and then walked slowly toward his desk. Sign. We'll listen to him in silence.
Дело это глухарь.
This is a cold case.
Нашли мы детские следы, ведущие в лес метров на 50. Да только там они и обрываются.
Yes, we found some child footprints that led into the forest about 150 feet into it, but then they just disappear.
А дальше сплошная чертовщина.
And it only gets worse from that.
Привлекли кинологов. На собаки след не берут. Скулят только жалобно.
As for canine units, but the dogs wouldn't catch the trail, just kept on whimpering.
С добровольцами весь лес прочесали, ни единой зацепки.
We scoured the forest with a group of volunteers and found not a single clue.
25 квадратных километров истоптали. Маньяк этот в норах звериных прячется, что ли?
6 acres of land stoned with our boots. Is that killer hiding in animal house or something? Yes, by the way.
А на днях кто-то из местных заявил, что слышит детский смех по ночам.
And then one of the locals claimed that he heard children laughing at night. Well, it was Anton himself, by the way.
Мол, это пропавшие дети к ним с того света являются и в окошко заглядывают.
Said that the missing kids came to him from the afterlife and looked into his window. Oh, by the way, I got what were those kids that I saw yesterday. I was really an idiot. Those kids were the ones that Anton and his sister brought to so-called serial killer themselves.
С ума все посходили. Ну
Раз.
что тут взять?
Going insane.
Еще и улики таинственным образом пропадать стали.
And then the evidence started disappearing. Well, it was me who stole it. The lieutenant messaged his nose bridge.
А ведь такое в нашем поселке не впервой.
And to think of it, something like this had already happened in our village.
Помню, лет 30 назад был похожий случай. Также исчезали ребятишки.
There was a similar case here 30 years ago. Kids went missing, just like this time. So it happens once per 30 years? You should watch through the whole movie for 3+ hours?
Хоть
Quite
на
so long.
похитителей не вышли, но все же тогда следствие лучше сработало. 2 детей удалось спасти.
And one of those kids will be our mother? And even so, they never found the kidnapper. The police did a better job that time. King who will be the second? They saved 2 of the kids.
Вот, сохранил на память с той поры.
I've been keeping this as a memento since that day. Policeman carefully handed me a poster, yellowed from time.
В смысле?
Seriously? Who is this? Wait a second, is himself? He's one of these 2 kids?
Так это были вы?
So it was you?
Так точно.
That's right.
Я ведь в этот участок в первый раз в вашем возрасте попал.
I visited station for the first time when I was around your age. So, Fontaine has 2 different roles, as I can see. Become another policeman here, or become a serial killer. The true ending, obviously. Serial killer, side.
Помню, зима была, метель.
It was a windy, snowy winter day.
Но вот дела. Что со мной было, хоть убейте, не помню.
Oh, Fogger. And he don't remember this. That's it. Yet even now I just can't remember what happened to me. Well, if we tell him about the garage... Well, first in this case I must actually find the garage and go back. Will he remember it?
Нашел меня в тайге тогдашний участковый.
A precinct officer at the time found me in the taiga.
Говорит, лежал я в отключке, весь в сосновых иголках.
He said he found me unconscious, covered in pine needles. Thick enough tangled his head, drawing in the fog of his fragmented memories.
Это благодаря ему я это гиблое дело не бросаю.
It seems to him that I am not abandoning this hopeless case.
Долг мой до правды докопаться.
Getting to the bottom of this is my duty. Wait a second, maybe that's why Paulina's father cannot walk? Because he was inside of this garage? I have zero idea.
Вы сказали, что 2 спасли. А второй кто?
You said they saved 2 children. Who was the second one? Was it a girl?
Да в жизни не догадаешься. Второй, точнее
Yes,
вторая.
I knew it! You won't believe it if I tell you, the second kid was a girl. It was so obvious! Tikhonov wasn't able to finish the sentence. You? A door flew open and, along with the blowing wind, Nelia Paulin staggered into the station, gasping for air. Wait a second, as I remember it was something about Anton's mother last time, I don't remember what. She could be the second one. I jumped up from surprise and stood at attention, but the teacher didn't even notice us.
Нет ее, не пришла.
She's gone. She hasn't returned home. That's why Anton is tiny money. Because of this.
Вы сказали, придет. Сказали, она у подружек, а ее нет.
Said that she will, that she may be at friend's house. She hasn't returned.
Нет моей Катеньки.
My God, she's gone.
Девочка единственная.
Dear Paulina wailed while
Господи.
covering her face with her hands. From an eye exchange quick glances.
Где же она? Где же она, Катенька моя?
Just keep saying. Speaking. Mona.
Успокойтесь. Тише.
Oh no. Stop screaming.
Да как же мне успокоиться? Кровиночка моя.
So can I calm down, my dear Katya? The lieutenant hugged Lena Pavlovna by the shoulders and gave a curt nod our way.
Брысь.
Scrap. He backed out into the doorway toward the wind's merciless weapon.
Дохлый номер. Не помогут нам мусора.
Tough luck. The cops are useless. As usual.
Одна надежда на нас самих.
Can only rely on ourselves. At that moment, felt like there was nothing else in the world apart from the wind and the long shadows that wandered in the dark, and that we were also destined to become such shadows. Ronka stretched out his hand and said goodbye. Felt like the moment I loosened my grip on his palm, I'll wake up in the forest without my memories, unless I get eaten alive, of course. He let go of my hand and left, skirted in the freezing cold, hesitant to leave the illuminated cycle in front of the police station. The front door was open and swayed slightly in the wind. Felt like my skin was getting covered in rain. I clenched my fists. Wait a second. Was it here? Yes. This I'm skipping. Okay, let's refuse this time. I gripped Ole's wrist so hard that she squeaked, either from pain or from surprise. Well, if you think about it, according to the original story, there was no such moment. I think we must refuse to actually continue how it was in the original.
Ешь.
Don't. Cautious whispers spread through the room. Ears twitched on the masks. Shadows slid from one place to another.
Что такое? Что случилось?
What's wrong? Did something happen?
Ничего страшного.
It's fine.
Просто Тоша верит в несуществующий диабет.
Just Tosha believes in non-existent diabetes. Wait a second, so Alyssa is constantly on our side no matter what. I don't understand why.
Родителей.
Parents lie.
Разбудите меня, когда он перестанет валять дурака.
Wake me up when he stops fooling around. Grandpa Frost leaned into me. He smelled of caramel and just a tiny bit of dampness.
Давайте не будем портить праздник, друзья.
Let's not spoil this wonderful occasion, my friends.
Сегодня каждый должен веселиться. Ешьте и пляшите.
Everybody should be having fun today. Eat and dance. I tried to pull your hand away, but I kept it in my clutches. Fred? Freddy? I looked at the sweets, then at the tall old man, and tried to focus on a barely discernible stench coming from him. Again, the music is very loud here, for me. The stench of rot and decay must be the sugary aroma, the foul smell of a beast twigs. Indeed, hello Jarbo. And Milky Way. Well, in the text they were named all correctly. Oh, by the way, now I can see Mars here. So, Jarbo, special for you, this Mars bar is actually called in America Milky Way. Milky Way bar actually call it Three Musketeers. And Bounty does not even exist. Maybe Almond Joy, but Almond Joy is not very close to it. Same for Kinder Surprise, it's only European scene. Kinder Joy is different. Why it was renamed, I don't know, it's very strange. Feel like I was finally able to shrug off some strong delusion. Fear, exhaustion, and coldness returned to me. Is a scene America? I only was able to find it exported, like an export, sometimes an HB for example. This year it disappeared, but It's kinda obvious why it disappeared this year.
Спасибо, но мы сыты.
Thank you, but we are not hungry.
И мы пойдем, наверное. Мама с папой переживают уже.
I think we're going. My dads are probably worried sick already. I dragged my sister toward the exit, but Alyssa stood in our path. She had a china platter in her hands. For a brief moment I imagined maggots crawling inside it, but as soon as my eyes darted toward the offering, saw gummy instead of vomit-inducing written ball of living ones.
Прошу, Антон. Мы же друзья, правда?
Tom, please, we are friends, right?
Мы даже больше, чем друзья.
We're even more than friends.
Вспомни, что я обещала.
Remember my promise?
Никто не причинит тебе зла, пока я рядом.
Nobody will hurt you. As long as I am here.
Ни тебе, ни Оле.
Neither you nor Ola.
Так что съешь, пожалуйста, всего одну.
So please, eat at least one. And maggots? What was it?
Съешь, а?
Pretty please.
Антон, пусти! Ну пусти!
Let me go, Tom. Let me go.
Теперь и ты все мне запрещаешь, прям как мама.
Just like mom now, forbidding me from doing anything. Ola convulsed hysterically, trying to free herself from my clutches.
Это неправильно.
This is wrong.
Все здесь какое-то неправильное.
Everything's wrong about this place.
Вот как?
That's all?
А ты не задумывался, что из неправильного тут только твое мировоззрение?
Have you considered that maybe the only thing that is wrong here is your perception?
Как ты думаешь, что делают те таблетки, которые ты глотаешь круглые сутки, м?
I still don't know what are those pills. Ever thought what those pills that you gulp down every day do to you, huh?
Они искажают реальность, путают мысли, уводят тебя со снежной тропинки.
That is reality. They turn your thoughts. They lead you away from the snowy trail. I look at Alyssa with suspicion, searching for a comeback. Buy warmth? But I couldn't find one. She's actually right. I remembered Wallace's bloody mitten and Simeon's severed finger inside a small plastic bag. All of that was just an illusion.
Кто вы?
Who are you?
А на кого мы похожи?
And who do we look like to you? Like nightmares that ravage my sick mind.
С нами вас никто больше не накажет, не запрет в комнате, не бросит в одиночестве.
With us, nobody will ever punish you, nobody will lock you up in your room or abandon you.
Отныне никто не заставит вас делать то, что вам не хочется.
From this moment on, nobody will be able to force something you don't want upon you.
Откуда вы знаете, чего нам не хочется?
How do you know what we don't want? Our old man, Robert Wolfe, was munching loudly behind the inn. Indeed, Grandpa Frost. Well, actually, it's a mask, obviously. Underneath is something like God, the master of this forest. It's very obviously. But he's right, actually. He can't disagree with him.
Я знаю,
Oh, I do know.
не шепчут ветра и тени, холодные звезды и безграничные небеса.
Winds and shadows whisper to me, as do cold stars and endless skies. Yeah, but I say it, Almond Joy. But I tried it and it tastes differently. You buy Exploded Bounty and Almond Joy, they are really different. They not the same. Three Musketeers and Milky Way are the same. Same for Mars and Milky Way. They're also the same, but Almond Joy is different. Maybe it's not even made by Mars. Similar, yet not the same. Okay, winds and shadows whisper to me, as ducal stars and endless skies.
Они говорят, что дети не хотят взрослеть.
They told me that children don't want to grow up. By the way, I can send you Almond Joy. Yeah, post, I think. It's possible right now, I don't know. Maybe not. Wait a second, not. I need to use something like Queen too. Yeah. They tell me that children don't want to grow up.
Превращаться в тех, кто живет запретами, угрозами, наказаниями.
Don't want to turn to those who live by taboos, threats, and punishments. I was able to send food items, but right now I think it's impossible. In the past, yes. In the past, it was like 4 years ago, maybe even 5. I think 4. I sent a lot of food, but right now you cannot send anything to Russia except if you use somebody to transfer the packages. Its voice grew louder and louder with every word.
Ожиданием старости и смерти.
Those who live, waiting to grow old and die.
Дети живут мечтами.
But children live by their dreams.
Я отлично
Нет,
знаю
повесело.
детские мечты о счастливой и беззаботной жизни.
Oh, I know full well how children dream of happy and carefree life.
Той, в которой есть чудеса и дикая свобода.
The life of wild freedom and miracles. His voice rang like thunder. It made all hair on my head stand on end.
Все это будет вашим, стоит только захотеть.
All of this will be yours. You only need but wish.
Стоит только попросить.
You only need but ask. So, in this variant, he and his sister obviously belong to all these creatures around. Because they're relatives. And then he whispered,
Стоит только согласиться.
You only need but accept. Accept. In the novel, it was nothing about Hyo. Nobody asked Hyo to join the group. Only Anton. Only repeated after him like an echo, as if enchanted.
Да, моя дорогая,
Yes, my dear girl.
вкусить это.
Partake of this first. The old man pointed toward their foxglove.
Я прошу тебя, ради всех нас, ради меня, ради сестры.
Please, I beg of you, for all of us, for me, for your sister.
Зайчик, отведай хотя бы кусочек.
Please, Bunny, take just a single bite,
И тогда ты все поймешь.
and you'll understand everything. What? There's another choice here. Let's save. Don't know here. I refuse. I felt like chilling winds blew from the cavities of your eyes, from the dark holes of all the beasts, and the towering old man's too. I think if we accept it, it will be totally the same as it was before. The whole space twitched nervously. The walls more dripped with saliva. As I know, there was only one single bad ending, no other, so it still continues, but not in this episode. The next one. In 2 years, maybe. The bear shuffled his feet, any trace of sleepiness gone from his face. And from behind us, towered the one who pretended to be Grandpa Frost all this time.
Я сказал, мы уходим.
I said, we're leaving. I gripped my sister's hands even tighter. Kinda slipped out of her fingers and smacked again the floor. But I started looking around, frightened.
Я сказал, мы уходим.
I said we're leaving. Alisa prodded me, and despite everything, I felt immense anger.
Ну какой же ты все-таки
Why do you have to be
дурачок.
such a dunce? I heard the flute's melody, but now it reminded me of a crackling whip, or even agonized convulsions of a fish that was thrown onto the ice. It's too loud. Yes, of course, this is horror, and it's based on the short horror story. Literally, almost, with a lot of additional plot. But in general it's the same. Music dangled about, striking at my ears. And then the crystal castle was filled with cries of children that slowly turned to misty howls, mingled with the sounds of crunching bones and ripping skin. So those were maggots. China platter filled to the brim with maggots, smashed into tiny pieces. Alice's orange fur coat ripped at the seams, letting out a cloud of foul-smelling fog. The very scene before going to bed? Well, even the original story ended quite happy, I believe. Well, from my point of view, of course. So there's nothing actually bad there happening. Her twisted face burned its teeth, and the stench attacked my nostrils again. Because no matter what, they want us to join them, not kill us or something. The fox screamed, blood streaming down her cheeks like tears, making her fur sticky, her bone-necked tail against the walls, with its vertebra. I showed my crying sister. Horror drilled into my stomach, rushed through my guts, and rose up to my throat. Well, maybe... it's possible that you can die here, of course, in the game. I already died once. I fell up the arch to tear off my glasses and lose sight. I wanted to squeeze my eyes out and go blind forever. I turned to face the awe and my face contorted from disgust. Worms rigged inside her mast feathers, her rotten beak snapped like garden scissors. Run! Run! They'll attack you. Too scary, I can't believe this. I staggered back and barely avoided bumping into the wolf. His face was stretching out, his bones crunched. They poked out of his festering gums like shards of broken glass. His swollen tongue kept on tirelessly licking them. At the edge of my vision, I saw the bear block our passage. Every inch of his body oozed scarlet ichor. Larve clogged his starry eyes. I pulled the shocky Olia close, looking for the exit in a panic. My foot ended up in a pile of sweets, but those were no longer candy. What? What is this slowly? Human remains blanket the floor. Just 2 skulls? Why not just one? Ribs with shreds of meat on them and torn out jaws. A tooth necklace and moss-scarred pelvic bones. Shiny skulls and scalps swimming in sea of blood. It's up! It's even animated? Well, it was kinda obvious that was true. But it's animated! The horned monstrosity towards Ormi, clutching a bone flute in its long clawed fingers. A giant goat that shed his kind old man form. Completely black, emanating hatred and malice, he scourged me with red-hot coals inside his eye cavities. His horns scraped against the ceiling. I see this. This is garage. Eyes cracked and thawed, dripping down, forming many pools of water, burying metal walls that were hidden underneath it. I realized that we were doomed inside the cramped world of dungeons, surrounded by howling beasts. All I could do was hug my sister even tighter, watch how the cycle around us shrunk, how ugly paws reached out to us from behind the veil of a bloody fog. Let me grip them to shreds, master. I'll tear their eyeballs and screw their oozing wounds. The growling wolves, wow, snapped like a bird trap, sputtering thick white foam toward us. But he was immediately pushed away by a rotten bear carcass. No way, it's my turn to have fun. I got so tired of listening to the heckin' drone. Now it's Bearman. Oh, I ripped the skin of this little brat while she's still alive, right in front of your brother. And make him eat his own sister. I'll fill his belly full of your guts. This monster. It felt like his face was about to tear apart, crack like an eggshell, letting out something even more sinister, nasty, scary. Narrowly all, Klaus grabbed at the Rein's burn, stopping him from getting close. She's mine, you scumbags! Get your paws off the girl! It's too late. The Kakadu formed a furball that started rolling in guts and thawed fat. They hauled, fought with each other, tore out scraps of fur and feathers to rip each other apart like a pack of hungry dogs, fighting for leftovers. A sudden squeal of the flutes pulled them apart as if someone tugged at their leashes. The master of the spark shunned the monsters with his soul-rending music, turned them into unmoving, silent marionettes that faithfully awaited his commands. The god stopped nibbling on his shin-bone flute. Its devilish melody that sounded like a chorus of children being run over by a steamroller went silent for one last time. A chunk of raw human flesh plopped beside my shaking feet. Eat or be eaten. Consumed by fear, I turned towards Olia. She lay by the wayside, covered in pink snow, just like the Sleeping Beauty in that cartoon. She probably lost consciousness from this soul-rending spectacle. I wanted too well to go mad, to die quickly and painlessly right there and now. But alas, I couldn't. I was still inside the torture chamber, choosing between a gruesome ant inside the monster's stomach and cannibalism. Volume meat's grinders kept on staring at me with their greedy, currently hungry eyes, ready to gnaw at my bones before eventually eating them if I dared to refuse the master's offer. But if I was to agree, I'm sure I would lose my free will, just like them. I turned a perpetually hungry monster that dances to the tune of a bloodthirsty madman. This surely leads Ola and all those who I hold dear to their deaths. My lips trembled, a feeling of nausea turned my stomach inside out, but somehow I found the strength to scream.
Никогда и ни за что! Я человек!
Wait, no, I'm a human! Those words could be later used as my epithet, but I knew that my remains were destined to never be found. The surroundings bent that silent. Bleed down! Bleed down! Tear them apart! A whole shadow consumed us. Sweet meat. Alisa rushed to the goat and stood between us. They could stay tiny compared to the giant monster. The tail dragged after her, leaving behind a scarlet trail. Fleas jumped around her back, and the bones sticking out of it. Wait, don't. No need to be hasty.
Зайчик нам еще пригодится. Зайчик нас покормит. Вкусненько.
We still have use for the bunny. He'll bring us a tasty treat. By the way, there's like no need for this. They can find the meat themselves. So, what she's saying is has no meaning, only for her maybe. Run away a long time ago?
Для медведей и лисы.
For the fox and for the bear. Bunny tasty meals prepare. Flames inside his eye sockets stopped trembling. Still dolls burned their teeth in anger. You call him Bunny? Tear apart and swallow up. Imposter! Gut-filled meatbag.
Заткнитесь, пустомели.
Shut up, Buffins.
Разве вы не чуете? Разве вы не помните?
Can you feel it? Have you forgotten?
Когда он чуть не укусил Луну на снежной поляне.
The moment when he almost took a bite on the moon at its snowy clearing. The cannibals went silent, swallowing saliva in disappointment. Alisa, in the meantime, took a sharp turn and returned to the form of cute child with a fox marks on that I met for the first time. One January morning. She glided toward me, dissolving the horrors around us, the smell of tangerines, firecrackers, and magic. A soft pulse touched my cheeks, removed a sticky strand of hair from my forehead. Alisa embraced me and whispered in a sweet voice,
Тоша, ты хочешь спастись?
"Do you want to save yourself, Tosha? Sausage out of meat? Yesterday?" I'm going to repeat this because there's no way to save Katya, but if you struggle hard enough, it's possible to take a picture of what left of her, for some reason. And get another achievement, of course, because I'm going to unlock them all. I stayed sad, reading my thesis. I was afraid to look away, afraid that this fleeting illusion could get shattered.
Мой милый, скажи, ты хочешь спасти свою сестру?
Tell me, sweetie, do you want to save your sister? Tears sprayed from my eyes as I wept.
Да.
Yes. Continuing to sniffle and shake, grabbing at the hem of the fox girl's long coat.
Скажи громче, чтобы все слышали.
Say it louder so that everybody could hear you. I'm going to repeat this. But I don't know when exactly. So far I'm playing for 1 hour already. The time goes very quick because for me it's like 20 minutes. For this game. When I'm playing Sonic 20 minutes it's like 4 hours. It's different. Nervous from sorrow, I squint, my face awash with tears.
Да.
Yes. Choice between sister and self? No. It's choice for both them or not both of them. It's kinda obvious that if they kill his sister, he will never join them, obviously, so... Lisa will never let his sister die, obviously. You don't play scary games. My mouth was immediately filled with the metallic aftertaste of blood. Fox's black fingers kept pushing a check of human flesh deeper down my throat. I fell to my knees, coughing up blood, unable to vomit it out. Rotten carcasses of animals surrounded me once again. What a joke. Master, let me take a small bite from the girl. Boiling anger swallowed up my mind. Something foreign and primitive burst first, pounced from inside me. Nice animation stone.
Я вырву твой поганый язык и засуну глубоко в клаку, ты безмозглая курица!
You see you try, I'll tear out your filthy tongue and shove deep down your clacker. You brainless chicken. The ominous owl jumped away in surprise, accompanied by the fox cackling. My voice went out and then I bent in half. Vomit poured out of my mouth, along with part of the thread that I wasn't able to regurgitate. You're right, Bunny. Again it slowed. His finger poked me. I felt like a knife was lodged handle deep into my solar plexus. It's your turn to tread us. It has some meat until tomorrow night or else. Come on, it's a very funny, sweetie game about furries in the forest. No else. No else. Alisa suddenly stepped into the shadows, and the god put his foul-smelling maw right in my face and roared. Or else we'll eat your entire family. He knocked his hoof against the floor. I ran for my life, forgetting about everything else. It's very loud. I heard them scream at my back. We'll eat you up alive. Chunks of ice fell on my shoulders. Dead rodents frozen inside them. I managed to break free. The place where pines moved their branches and showed me with snow, like hooks sprinkling salt on porridge. The wind tore at my hair. I turned around and froze over. It was so obvious. The garage was disappearing right in front of me, dissolving in layers, becoming dim and then transparent before a gust of wind finally swept away the phantom of black walls. Only then I realized that I let go of my sister a long time ago and she was left behind in the monster's den. There was only a giant snow pile left in place of the castle. Girl's wrist poked out of it like a cross would poke out of a burrow mound. Terrified, I rushed over to the snow pile and started digging. Only a pale face, along with one of her shoulders, appeared from under the white moss. The bluish lips trembled. She's alive.
Я сейчас!
Handsome. Continued digging and prayed for her to hang on. At some point I was able to see her stomach. I'm cold. Her voice was faint.
Ничего,
It's okay.
отнесу тебя домой, согрею. Шоколадом напою. Ты только не засыпай, слышишь?
I carry you home. You'll get you warm by drinking hot chocolate. Just stay awake from you. You hear?
Ты только...
Just. My fingers came across something sticky and hot. I cleared out more snow. It turned red and mushy. What's this? What the? I gulped. Won't you say anything? How could I tell her? Wonderful. Ollie's body didn't exist below the stomach. Rings of guts fell out of the wound. Ollie tilted her head and stared at the horrifying scraps. Indeed, then let out a deafening scream. The end? Oh, wonderful! Another ending. Not all of it. A child missing Biasha, by the way. Alright, let me take a pause here and I'll continue. Selecting something else. Be right back. If you don't go to sleep, of course. Well, the problem, Fulgur, is that this game is unfinished yet. Last time I played it 1.5 years ago, and now they release the next episode, and obviously doesn't complete the game. It's kinda unexpected for me that his sister is actually almost dead. Maybe it's his imagination and he will wake up, as usual. Maybe not. Okay, let's try to save Katya. Here. Right? Oh no, we can go to the police station instead of going to the garage. Police station, but maybe it will be the same as what I saw. Yeah. Hoarse laughter could be heard from inside the garage. It made my hair stand on end. In reality, it was just the sound of a massive black door squeaking in the cold wind.
Это точно какая-то ловушка.
I'm sure there's some sort of trap. Well, in this case, actually Ромка who killed Katya.
Нет, Ром, без милиции мы туда не сунемся.
No, Roma, we are not going inside without the police. The already sorrow face of my companion winked as if he beat into 11.
Ай, хрен с тобой.
Whatever.
Только попомни мои слова. Менты хуже душегубов.
Let me tell you though, cops are worse than bandits. Inside the police station, I remember this. Okay, skip it. Maybe it will be completely the same. But they supposed to tell him about the garage. I don't know.
Ба, какие люди!
Alright, this is new. Now, that's a face I didn't expect to see.
Что, Пятифанов, сдаваться пришел? С повинной?
Empanada, as I remember. Yeah, чебуреки. Hey, Pitifanov, did you come to turn yourself in?
Обхохочешься.
Very funny.
Да уж, смешного мало.
You're right, not the best time for jokes. The policeman shifted his heavy gaze to me.
Ты бы, Петров, друзей осторожнее.
As this I remember.
А то, считай, знакомы всего ничего, а ты уже дров наломал.
No, something else. Should be careful when picking your friends, Petrov. We barely know each other, but you already got into trouble.
На учет поставлю, как некоторых.
You'll end up on joining criminal lists, just like you. Totally.
Ой, знаем мы ваши учеты, лишь бы отчетность закрыть. А настоящие преступники до сих пор на свободе.
Despite that it's totally the same text, I cannot skip it.
Но-но, смотри, не образумишься, как папаша твой. По малолетке загремишь.
Я вас еще удивлю.
Okay, I really said it was time to intervene before Tikhonov loses his patience.
Константин Владимирович, вы должны поехать с нами.
Konstantin Vladimirovich, you need to come with us.
Мы гараж нашли.
Found the garage. I already knew how he would react.
Вон как. Гараж, значит.
That's all? Garage? I thought he will recall what happened 30 years ago, but looks like not.
Дай угадаю. А в нем сокровища Стеньки Разина спрятаны.
Let me guess, does it contain Stenka Razin's treasures? Let's see. One of the most famous Cossack commanders in Russian history, according to legends, he and his subordinates had buried huge amounts of treasure with tens of pounds of pearls and gold all over the country. The problem is that pearls does not exist anymore for sure. They have a very short lifespan. Gold, yes.
Нет, но...
No what?
Петров, признавайся, ведь не сам ты это придумал.
This I heard already.
Пятифанов подговорил, да? Все хихоньки да ха.
And that's all difference?
Ой, я предупреждал.
Никто меня не подговаривал. Я сам видел, как вас вижу, в лесу, среди пней.
I said myself, just like I can see you right now. It was in the forest, among the stones.
Времянка это была, Антон.
It was just a makeshift hut. Never heard this word.
Нет, гараж.
No, it was a garage. Senior Lieutenant raised his hands in surrender.
Ты хоть знаешь, что такое времянка?
Do you even know what a makeshift hut looks like?
Ну, это...
Well, I mean,
Не знаешь. Как ж ты их тогда отличишь?
you don't? How could you tell them apart then?
Охотники хибару сколотили для припасов.
Local hunters had built that hut to store supplies.
Мы этих построек штук 10 проверили, пока лес обыскивали.
Check at least 10 of those while scouring the forest.
И вашу, наверное, тоже шмонали. Проверяли, то есть.
And we most likely also ransacked the one you mentioned. I mean, we checked what's inside.
Хибары не едят детей, а черный гараж ест.
That's don't eat children, but the black garage does.
Черный?
Black garage. Interesting. Tikhonov thought for a bit, drawing his fingers against the table, and had a stack of papers on top. Had a faint hope that the lieutenant will take my words seriously.
На черной улице. В черной подворотне.
I think it's not serious. On a pitch black street, in pitch black alleyway,
Черный гараж.
a pitch black garage.
Хватит тебя за шкирку.
Gotcha.
Приехали.
Here we go again.
Видите? Не забыл я еще детскую страшилку.
See, I still remember the children's horror story.
Помню, малым так сестренку напугал гаражом этим. 3 дня уснуть не могла, дуреха.
I scared my younger sister to death with a tale when I was a kid. That silly girl had trouble sleeping for 3 nights straight. Tikhonov smiled, flashing rows of starry teeth, and I remembered my Oля.
Байка это, ребята. Ей 100 лет в обед.
Just an urban legend, boys, a very old one, to boot.
Вы еще своим детям рассказывать ее будете, а те своим.
I'll be telling to your children, and they'll pass it down to their children.
Некоторые истории, особенно дурные, они, увы, вечны.
Some stories, especially the nasty ones, seem to live on forever. Bolano let out your last paper. Okay, this totally the same, but yeah, I can skip it. I doubt they will be different. Totally the same. No difference at all. Definitely I'll finish all of this today. Super fast skipping. But as you can see in this choice, more people will die. Oh my god, it still continues. Okay, the next one I will try to save here. There. By clicking super fast. Just slowly remove the sound here. In this particular case, like the whole village, except his family is understand. His family is still alive. Maybe some people also, but mostly all of them. Okay, I'll try to save here. I need to click super fast, sadly. My fastest speeds in clicking is just 8 clicks per second. It's pretty low. The best is 10, but I cannot do it. Okay, with some skipping. And I'm trying to click as fast as possible. The heck is this? You kidding me? I cannot click so fast. Not possible. Actually, I did it. He said we did what we could. I actually clicked super fast. We did all we could. We need to get out of here. Let's see. I unzipped my backpack with ice cold fingers. Are you insane? So if you click super fast, he'll do something else. Well, no need an auto clicker, so 8 clicks per second is enough. I lifted the Polaroids and wiped the tears off my face with my sleeve. We need proof. The blades almost finished showing up the bones. It turned out blades dangling from one of the steel teeth. I took aim, got the hair bonds with a plastic strawberry in the frame. What? What should I... This? Click? I think it's mandatory. Another achievement unlocked. The braids fell inside grinder. The giant machine stopped after letting out one last milk. We stumbled out of garage. So, what I did is just took the photo. That's all. Hello, Kyle. I almost finished. Almost. There's almost nothing left. So, this time, I took a picture. What I don't like, that in the, so far, in canonical plot, his sister is half eaten, but maybe in the next episode, which will be released in 2 years or something, it will be just his imagination at the end, as usual. Yeah, you missed a little bit. Okay, skipping. Okay, something new. Sharp edges of the photo depicting Katya's remains dug into my palm. And that's all? I stuffed the photo inside my pocket and walked toward my bedroom. And that's all. Just few more text and that's all. Yeah. Oh, I stood in front of my table, carefully opened up of its drawers, and then threw the foot of Katya's bloody braid inside. I think it's needed for the true ending. Because we got this ring, number of police station meeting, Neverland Pyramid, with recording of some Master of the Forest interview something. I tried to take a look behind my back, but I slammed the drawer shut. At the same time, something hit the window ledge on the outside. Okay, that's all. I doubt there will be any difference if I refuse twice. But I will refuse twice. I think we must refuse twice, because it will follow like it was in the original story. So far it's the same. Okay, let's skip. Why the heck it's so loud? I don't understand. And why did they stop it here? Let me save one more time. Because I think from this save I will continue next time, if it will work. Is it different? My throat went dry when I remembered that I shouted these same words to Katya before. Wait a second, it's different? Hang in there. But that's all. Just one additional text.
Отнесу тебя домой, согрею. Ты только...
But she's just half alive. Let me save here. It's very close to the ending. Yes. And skip. The skipping stopped there when something new is said, but nothing special. Okay, so far I believe only one line left, but I need to start from the very beginning, and there's no need to collect everything this time. Oh, let's go. Of course I will skip it. There'll be no need to collect anything because it's totally a different road. I forgot that. Let's go there. Should I even take her? What if I just run away? Of course I need to go to settings and select skip everything. The heck is this soundtrack just right now? Refuse. Fight back. Okay, now we're selecting Paulina's route. This time. Here. he learns that she hates dogs. What was next? Need a notebook and a pencil? What? Снова switch command. Alright, I forgot about this. Definitely she was the second. Second children who was kidnapped in this garage. Indeed, a quick story for those who missed what I played 1.5 years ago. Approximately. Not supposed to do here. Nothing, I think. Should I?
Объявлять комендантский час, причин пока нет.
Let's keep.
До свидания, лейтенант.
Tell him. Indeed. Special agent. Who knows? This ways. Oh, let me save.
Вот, примерно так.
Примерно? Да ведь он один
Окей,
в один
this
тот
one.
тип.
Так вы его тоже видели?
Okay, we are taking it. What was this sound? Awesome. Can zombie lose? Why not? Snowman to win. Wait a second. Oh, because I'm skipping. I cannot see. I cannot unskip it, sadly. I cannot see not the dog, but something like sail, maybe. Special agent. Me? There was no choice here at all? Is this correct?
Как детей не замечать, как мечты развенчать. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе. Крепко-накрепко.
We're still skipping. Okay, maybe I'll set it now to skip only what I read. Or not?
А что ты рисуешь?
This I remember that I read about it.
Да ничего, так, дурака валяю.
Okay, it's given. No, Sot, you're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever met. Wait a second, what she said? This is a new one. I tried so hard, but then I remember all her nasty deeds. I shook her head. I'm a monster? And I? What? Ah, about Katya. Decide not to say that out loud. Skip again. At that moment, I felt Masha's piercing stare. He was clearly watching us. I took my glasses off so I wouldn't be able to see his nasty smirk. And the picture of Romka's knife gleamed before my mind's eye. My palms became sweaty.
Опять уснул?
Did you fall asleep again?
Полина,
Tell him. A voice in my head whispered to me, and to tell to hell with the consequences.
кажется, Ромка на тебя глаз положил.
I think Romka has his eyes on you.
Думаешь, я не знаю?
You think I don't know?
Откуда?
But how?
Считай, это моя интуиция.
Let's say it's my intuition.
Только вот Пятифанов мне
But
безразличен.
I don't care about Petifanov at all. That wonderful news made me more confident.
Мне кажется, ему не хватит мозгов, чтобы завоевать тебя.
Think he lacks the brains to win your attention. Polina flashed me an alluring smile.
Хорошо, что у меня есть ты.
It's a good thing I have you, then.
А может, погуляем после уроков?
Want to go for a walk after school?
Дедушка чувствует себя лучше. Я могу задержаться вечером.
Grandma has been feeling better recently. I can return home a bit later. Sorry, I remember this, but why cannot skip it? I said my death sentence when I replied.
Конечно, давай.
Yeah, sure.
Тогда до встречи.
And I'll see you later. She leaned forward and looked at me with her piercing eyes again. Then mumbled as if guessing.
Что-то из мусорского?
I remember this.
Нет, пожалуй.
Okay, she left. And in her place, Ronka's underling started drilling me with his eyes. His thumb slid under his Adam's apple, as if saying, "You're dead." The bell rang. The rest of the classes flew by, and I was finally able to leave the school. Small whirlwinds rushed across the schoolyard like spinning tops. Big white flakes fell from the sky. I did read it, no? Street lights gleamed in the semi-dark. Their shine crystallized in the cold, became firm and pointy. A dog whined in the distance, making me think of poor Julka. Polina stood at the school steps. The wind played with her hair.
Я уже отвык от городского шума. Здесь всегда так тихо.
Already forgotten the city's bustle. The place so tranquil. Definitely remember
О,
this.
я мечтаю о какофонии.
Okay, this I'll skip.
А как...
Какофония — это
Why
случайное
can't I skip it?
сочетание звуков. Дедушка учит находить мелодию в...
Он, наверное, классный.
Не то слово.
Ты меня в гости приглашаешь?
А ты против?
Okay, this is new. Nasty whistle. Some across the yard, interrupting me. Two silhouettes materialized from the snowfall, hands inside their pockets, and heads kept low. The way that tough duo walked toward us didn't bode well for me.
А ну руки убрал от нее, живо!
Get your hands off her! No!
Полин, ты как?
You
Он
right,
тебя не
Polina?
тронул?
Did he harm you?
Мы все видели, на.
We saw it.
Видели что?
So what?
Что ты ее в лес вести собрался, психопат. Как Катьку.
That you were going to lead her into the forest, you psycho. Just like Katya.
В последний момент успели, на.
You got here in the nick of time. Polina's frustrated voice flew across the yard like a bird.
Да что вы мелите?
What's wrong with you two?
А ты не в курсе?
And you heard?
Как только этот чепушила сюда переехал, сразу народ стал пропадать.
By the way, he's right. As soon as this asswipe moved here, people started to go missing.
Ага, я вот сам видел, как он вчера Катю провожать вызвался и в лес уволок.
Yeah, I saw him offer Katya to walk you home and drag you into the forest yesterday with my own eyes. I tried to retort.
Врешь! Я эту Катьку терпеть не мог.
Lies, I hated Katya. That's why I killed her.
А, вот потому ее и грохнул.
And that's exactly why you offered her.
Все сходится на.
Makes sense. I was taken aback by this injustice. The only positive here was the fact that Romka and Dasha made for terrible actors. Their lives were C- at best, if I were to rate them.
Повезло тебе, что мы с ментами не икшаемся.
You're lucky we don't deal with the cops.
А то бы с радостью тебя маньяка сдали.
We would happily reported your murdering ass.
Ничего. Ща проведем с ним воспитательную беседу на.
It's okay. We're about to have a serious talk with him.
Держи его!
Grab him. Romka moved toward me, smirking.
Значит, Катя тебе не нравилась, да?
So you didn't like Katya, huh?
Конечно. Кто еще мог ее порешить?
Well, of course, who else could offend her? Offered? Maybe offered.
Ты, например.
You could. I look at Polina in amazement. Romka froze in place, with his fists raised.
В смысле?
What do you mean?
Катя, при всем уважении, никого не любила.
Let's be honest. Katya didn't particularly like anybody.
Думаешь, Рома, она про тебя сплетни не распускала?
You think she wasn't spreading rumors behind your back, Roma?
Что твой отец в тюрьме сидел, что он тебя бьет?
It's maybe a new soundtrack here. About your dad's jail time, about him hitting you all the time. That's actually not a lie. Romka's face turned red. He started flapping his lips like a fish out of water. Polina continued speaking in a voice that rang with anger.
А ты, Бяша, сам-то где вчера вечером пропадал?
And you, Basha? Where were you yesterday evening?
Катя говорила, что ты с приветом стал, как на черный гараж наткнулся.
Katya said you had a few screws loose ever since you encountered the black garage. Basha retreated. His face became ghastly white, and the cavity of his hood.
Так может, это ты тот психопат, что Катю украл?
Maybe you are the psycho who kidnapped Katya then?
Нет.
No. Maybe it's actually him? Basha let out a voice that almost turned into a squeal. Then he turned around and wobbled his way toward the gate, shaking his head. Wow, I thought. She dealt with Basha so easily?
Что, один остался? Ромео недоделанный.
Well, what now, wannabe Romeo?
Какую еще гнусность выдумаешь, чтобы меня удивить? М?
What other nasty lie will you come up with to surprise me, huh? Roman gulped, clearly discouraged.
Цирк устроить хотел? Героем представиться?
What's up with this nonsense? Did you want to play a hero?
Только вот не ведут себя так герои.
Heroes don't act like this.
И актер ты, Рома, липовый.
And boy, you're a poor actor, Roma.
Да этот очкарик.
Listen, these 4 eyes
Во всем лучше тебя.
is better than you in every way. She said that and did the most astonishing thing. She grabbed my hand. Well, not in this road, but Romka indeed killed Katya. It was him who killed her. Accidentally, but fact.
Пойдем, Антон.
Let's go, Anton. We passed the stunned Romka. Holding hands. I felt somewhat bad for him, but I also honestly felt immense joy. He didn't stop us, just stood there and stared in the growing blizzard. When he crossed the gates, I jumped up and exclaimed,
Как ты его?
"That was so cool!" Polina flushed me an embarrassed smile.
Ну, знаешь, как дедушка говорит, с волками жить, по волчьи выть.
You know, as Grandpa always says, you live with fools, you whole like one.
Он у тебя философ.
Sounds like a philosopher.
Краевед был раньше.
He's a local historian, at least he used to be. As we know, in the past he was a puppet master. Is it? It is.
Он уже давно на пенсии, а в последнее время ему серьезно не здоровится.
I remember this, but I cannot skip it. He's long retired, and lately he's not been feeling well. If you're an empathetic note, kept sneaking glances at Polina. She was like a precious gem, its sides gleaming, shimmering, changing ever so slightly. What? Her eyes full of innocent laughter asked me. Nothing replied without speaking.
Ты храбрый. Мне нравится.
I'm brave, I like it.
Храбрый? Стоял там, язык проглотив.
I am brave, but I just stood there, dead silent.
Но стоял же, не сбежал.
True, but you didn't run.
Я до сих пор поражаюсь, как ты нашел в себе смелость послать, а тем более ударить Бабурина.
Still amazed that you found the courage to talk back, not to mention hit Baburin. Why he's Baburin now?
Ради тебя я готов на многое.
I'm willing to do a lot for you.
Вот, я же говорю,
See? I told you.
изъясняешься словами из романов.
That expression was straight out of some novel.
Ради тебя, моя госпожа.
For you, I'll do anything, my lady. Is it really possible that she and Alicia is the same person? But just in one of the rows, she says that she hates dogs, but Alicia says that she loves them. It's totally the opposite, you know? So they cannot be the same. They're completely separate. Cute school love story. Well, you can select this road and never deal with these animals? Maybe. I don't know what will happen now. Polina started giggling. Me personally, I don't like this girl in this game. So far, what I know about her, she's mentally unstable. Waiting. I paused it, but I couldn't keep myself from smiling at the end. Okay, this I'm skipping. Maybe I already saw everything, who knows. I don't know, I definitely check everything here. Yes, you can see. Feel again saying will say that he's He's Puppet Master? Okay, wait. Looks like yes. Okay, examine. Again, this meme again. About Sailor, Jupiter? Also, want to play every single Sailor Moon game. Wait a second, snow is going up? Like with these animals? Just pay attention now. It's still kids. Okay, this is new. I warned you before, didn't I? So last time we died here, this time we shouldn't. They all went down to Georgia? Georgia is in the United States or somewhere in Europe? Or Asia? Not sure.
Разве не говорил, что убью, если увижу рядом с ней?
I said you'll be dead if I ever saw you near her again. Didn't I, boss? Heard a click, saw the shine of butterfly knife. Roman's bloodless lips stretched into scary grimace. His pupils glinted like a pair of coins.
Убери нож.
Roma, put away the knife.
Думаешь, я псих? Я покажу тебе, что делают психи.
Think I'm crazy? I'll show you crazy.
Рома,
I backtracked, afraid of turning my defenseless shoulder blades toward him. Roma advanced toward me, scolding.
Жалкий ублюдок!
Scum! Hannibal was thrown at the edges of his mouth because he behaves himself totally the same as Wolf. And actually Wolf is hostage against us. There he goes again. I don't think we will die. He whipped off his face with a jerky motion, smearing the tears all over his cheeks even more. His eyes glazed over with the fog of hatred. The claw amulet I got from Paulina saved me once again. It felt like time ground to a halt. It was Romka with his dangerous knife, and I were frozen in it, like insects, inside an amber shirt. Run, my inner voice signaled to me. Save your skin,
Жалкий грязный ублюдок!
pathetic, filthy scum! And then he halted. He brought his desperate voice upward toward the stars. What's going on now? Ronka put a knife handle into his mouth like a cigar, clutched it in his teeth. The blade pointed outward like a steel claw. Then he fell on all fours. His shadow took on the shape of an angry beast. He's definitely a wolf? Salima dripped to the snow. It's impossible because he according to what we saw in one of the end, and he was one of the missing boys, so he was eaten by this beast. He cannot be related to them, it just looks like. Romka went completely mad. He roared and lunged at me, using all four of his limbs to jump. I ran without looking. My boots sank in the snow. Their wooden fence flew past me. The noise was so overwhelming that I felt like some beast, and not a boy my age, was chasing me. A horrifying, huge beast. It's very loud. The wind whipped my face, stinging it like nettle leaves. I was suffocating. A tractor stood around the corner, but I couldn't see its driver anywhere. Something agile jumped over the trail and landed some distance away from me. Why the heck it's so loud? The snowy barricade stood in my way. I climbed, slid down, and rushed into the back alley. Lamplights shivered in a panic. I noticed a village shop and ran toward it. And grabbed the doorknob, locked. The back alley was reflected in this window. Something huge and terrifying was closing in on me from its depths, shrouded in a snowstorm akin to a burial gown. I ran to the cleared-out strip of asphalt. Dogs in the front yard didn't bark, they just whimpered sheepishly. No, it's too loud. I'll turn it off. I turned around the last house and ran out of the village. The forest towered over me like a giant black monolith. I had a choice. Either I run to the clearing where I'll be seen dark, or run straight through the forest with its windfall and ravens. I chose the second option. I jumped to the side, my legs slipped on a patch of ice. I fell to raven. Convulsing, I struggled to turn over my back and started crawling away, expecting Romka to appear at the top at any moment. And human roars swept across the village, drilling into my ears. A minute passed, then another one. I trembled, staring the ruin's edge into the inky brushstrokes of pines. It's a wolf! In another approaching shadow. The boy in a wolf's mask appeared from the forest and stopped in front of me. Friend. They ate him? He unclenched his fist and butterfly knife fell to the snow. Wait, it's kind? I don't know.
Тебе ничего не угрожает. Мы же говорили.
You're safe. We told you, remember? I stood up, barely able to believe my eyes. The wolf boy waved his hand toward the clearing.
Все в порядке. Иди.
It's alright. Go. I was too scared to ask questions. So I just walked away in silence, stumbling among the swaying trees, trying not to think about the lumps of darkness that were seeing me off, hiding in the bushes. And I got another achievement, maybe it's all of them. At this moment I had no idea that was actually waiting for me in the place I mistakenly called home. The front door was open and swayed slightly in the wind. Maybe now it's the same. Well, looks like it's the same. I will open the Steam on my side, I mean, on my phone. So my phone. To check how many achievements did I unlock, but maybe it's all of them. In this case I already finished it all. How should I do this? The library. Let me type. Tiny. Bunny. My game content. Game info and links. Content. Yeah, I got every single achievement. Not all trading card, but every single achievement. For the past 2 weeks, I spent 7.5 hours to get them all. That's all. The game is done. I mean, the whole episode number 4, fully completed. If I didn't complete something, we'll do it next time 2 years later. And I hit the skipping button. Oh, this text is new. I chased away the illusion where my sister was getting stabbed to death by Romka for my sins. And that's all. No, and almost managed to push the image of cold Hariton smirking and Pettifon jumping on all fours out of my mind.
Что случилось?
Okay. I went to visit some bird people.
Они тоже разводятся?
Are they also getting divorced?
Не думаю.
I don't think so. Okay, that was him. And that's after everything I saw while at Polina's house. By the way, I cannot see Wolf here. Every time I met Alisa, I felt like I crossed a river, and the sound of flowing water suppressed all of my negative thoughts. And the end, in one of the 2 endings, definitely he'll end up with this fox.
Какие у вас красивые костюмы!
But it should be the same. I remember Romka while listening to their childish conversation. How he screamed at the top of his lungs while chasing me, mere minutes before Wolfie appeared.
Что случилось с Ромкой?
They ate him, of course. What happened to Romka?
Поверь, он в порядке.
He is alright, trust me.
Жив-здоров твой Ромка.
Why? Romka is safe and sound.
Только такой вредина, как он, вряд ли получит от Деда Мороза подарок.
But a bad like him is unlikely to get a present from Grandpa Frost.
Максимум горсть угля.
He'll get a handful of coal at best.
Ну или по шапке.
Or his ass whooped. Teddy shook his bandaged paw in a comical, threatening manner, and the animal kids all burst out laughing and in unison. Also, what happened to his hand? I don't quite understand. Wait a second, I know! Because he had trouble with Anton, Master of the Forest just turned his finger. If he is, who was this, Paturin? The anxiousness I felt a moment ago now felt fleeting, distant. Okay, here, skipping. My question is there any difference if I refuse to accept? Let's refuse. I actually think there will be no difference. Just to be sure, I will save and replay it. Second time, it will be totally the same, and it will be again totally the same, of course. Here, refuse. totally the same. Let me load and select accept. In this case, it will be very colorful. Alright, so I think that's all for today because I completely finished this whole episode. Let me do this. And that. Alright, the game is done. Completely.
С выбором вас поздравляю. Веселитесь в этот час.
This is not a true one. I mean, not the true ending. The true ending if you refuse. Because in this case, we'll see that Fox is on our side. But sad what happened to his sister. Okay, let's skip in all of this. Oh, a new text, not even my personal tormentor, Pitifanov or his nasty crony, Biasha. Not even the shining knives that threatened to cut me up like a dead fish. All of that was gone forever, Skippin. Just yesterday I was stupefied by her sudden hysteric episode, and I thought it was wise to stay away from Polina. Away from her mood swings, away from her words of grandpa. And as soon as she hugged me, forgot all the horrors and didn't want this talented violinist to let me go.
Что с тобой?
I rushed towards the closest building, going insane from fear. Yes, nobody will find me there. I failed to notice right away that it was Polina's house, but just hours ago she was begging me to stay with her during a fit of hysteria. That's all, folks. The game is completely done. Time to raid somebody. Oh, I spent just 2 hours. So next time it will be, I believe, Sonic Colors for Nintendo DS. It's a totally different Colors game from Wii, from Remake. Okay, I must raid who? I don't know, let's raid Ball. He actually was playing this game. I'll tell him that I've completely finished it. Yeah, he was playing it like 1 year ago. Well, later. He's playing Legend of Zelda now, the latest game. Alright, so stepping for thank you for stopping by. Fulgro, Emi, Raba, Range Cat, Coco, Jarble, everybody else. Next time will be a Sonic game. Maybe after this Sonic game I'll play Ace Attorney because both of these games will be for Nintendo DS. Anyway, good night everyone, see you, bye.